Okay. And your uncle got you into boxing at an early age, around 6?
Yes. Yeah. My Uncle Tony. Yeah.
Okay. So how did that come about? Like one day he saw his nephew and, was your uncle a boxer?
Yeah, my uncle was a fighter.
Oh,
So he was a 2-time Golden Glove champ in the Marines. At one point, he was one of the top 10 ranked flyweights in the world. And I just come from a family of fighters, honestly. My family, my mom, her brothers, sisters, they were just known in this town as people that fought. And they were known as tough people. So we were raised tough. And my uncle was a state champion wrestler. So from a young age, we were taught to box and how to wrestle because it was important to know how to take care of yourself.
Oh, yes. I agree.
And so, I remember being a kid, seeing my aunts and uncles fighting in the parking lot with people when they were adults. They weren't kids.
Wow.
So
they get in
that's
anywhere.
That's just what we grew up with. And
in Fort Collins?
Yeah, in Fort Collins, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, there's tough people everywhere. Don't let anybody fool you.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, so they just thought it was really important for us, especially, even the girls were taught how to wrestle, how to box. So, yeah.
That's important. Like I teach my children, growing up, my parents my dad was kind of the same way. Like, my dad was in the Marine Corps also, and he was in the Army. And my dad wanted to make sure I knew how to defend myself. So, growing up, I took Tang Sudo and I took karate and just different stuff like that. So, I knew how to, properly defend myself if it came to it. And
Amen.
And a lot of people don't take it as seriously as it should be, but I feel like every individual shouldn't be like defenseless. If someone comes at them, they should be, their first reaction shouldn't be to like curl up or submit or anything like that.
Yeah.
They should definitely be able to like take care of themselves. No.
And to your point, I would like to also add that understanding how to defend yourself actually makes you more calm in tense situations.
It does. Because you have nothing to worry about.
No, because you know how to take care of yourself.
Yes. Exactly.
And so that's what I've been telling people my whole life. Like, it didn't turn us into like a group of like Billy badasses.
Right.
But I've never been afraid of a human.
Right. Like,
right. And that's when bad things happen. When we're afraid.
Exactly.
That's when you shoot someone because you're afraid they're going to beat you up.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Versus I know how to take care of myself. And I'm probably going to talk my way out of this because even though I know how to fight, I don't want to fight.
Right. No.
I will, but I don't want to.
It's sad that like nowadays we've come to like a, initial reaction, people's fight or flight. They just like, oh, I got to take care of this. I got to take this person out. There's like no honor anymore. There's just like, I have a problem with this person, kill him,
Yeah, absolutely.
It's sad. But yeah,
would it be a problem if we pause for 1 second? I'm going to shut that off.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we're back. So how would you describe your childhood?
Not easy.
Not easy?
Like a lot of people's. My father was 16 and my mother was 18 when I was born.
Okay.
And then my dad left and my mom was still a young person. So my grandparents took me in and I lived with them for the first 4 years of my life, which was great. But then when my mom got me back, this was a kid trying to take care of a kid. But when she showed back up, she already had my brother. And then a year later, she had my sister. And so, we moved around a lot. We were just one of those families that was always 30 cents away from a quarter, right? So my folks were just broke. And that's not the part that sucked. I saw like domestic violence in my home. My stepdad was an alcoholic. And so that was the part that was tough. Is you're like little and you can't help your mom.
Yeah.
And so when you grow up and you see that's challenging and it leaves scars. And then also my dad never came back around. So you also grow up feeling like you're leavable because the person who was obligated to love you chose to leave you. So my childhood was tough. I started getting in trouble when I was about 13. On the flip side, I was a very gifted athlete. So that was the A side. The B side is I was always getting in trouble.
Okay. Gifted. So did you play any sports in school?
Absolutely, yeah. When I was in high school, I lettered in 5 varsity sports. I was an all-state football player and track athlete.
5 varsity sports? So you did football, basketball,
baseball,
soccer,
track. track, and then I played rugby 1 year just because I don't know. I thought
Yeah,
it'd be fun.
rugby up here.
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
they've actually got a great youth rugby program here.
okay, and you were still and you continued the boxing.
No, so boxing was just something I would do just for fun.
Okay.
You know, I'm 47, so growing up, there wasn't anyone getting paid $100 million to box when I was young.
Yeah.
You know, so boxing wasn't glamorous to me.
Right.
Boxing was this is how you take care of yourself. So, which I'm fortunate because I love boxing. I probably would not have gone to college to play football. I would have just been like, I'm going to box. And I have friends who took that route, and I will tell you now that their quality of life is not the same as what a 46, 47-year-old person's life should be from getting punched in the head so much.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah. I mean, sports was my savior almost because I don't know what kind of person I would have been without it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good to like. It was good for me also. Like, in high school I played football mainly, but I also played like a little bit of basketball and soccer. And later on I coached basketball and soccer, but that's just beside the point. It keeps you like occupied with something positive.
Yep.
And it also shows you how to work with other people, how to work as a team, and how to respect your opponent at the same time. And
it teaches you how to be coachable.
Yeah, exactly.
And take direction.
Listen,
right?
You know, actually follow before you lead.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it does. And no, it was good for me because I saw like some of my friends that didn't necessarily have that. Like they had this free time. They would like, you know, spend times in the neighborhoods with like the wrong influence necessarily.
Where did you grow up at?
I'm from Montgomery, Alabama.
Montgomery, Alabama. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Born and raised, first 22 years.
Nice.
And yeah, like they didn't necessarily have that direction. You know, I feel like a lot of times with people, the youth, it's about direction. Like if they lack direction, a figure to, show them, what's right and what's wrong, the proper way to go. Like they usually, follow into other people who haven't had direction also, and they go down the wrong path. But I had a pretty solid foundation. So